It is July 21st, 2024, Sunday, July 21st, 2024. We're looking at the moon slowly setting. It's not quite full yet. If I am correctly informed, it'll be full in a couple more hours, I think, 6 a.m.-ish. By that time it will have set. So almost full moon, setting in Lachine. I think I will adjust the exposure a little darker here. That's better. So I went from 1600 ISO to 1000 ISO to get a bit more detail in the moon there. I had it set higher when it was sort of partially obscured by cloud. It looks like it's going to set into cloud again, so I will readjust things here. I'll move a little off to the left, and I'll bring the camera angle down a bit to let it come down through the frame. And I'm not even gonna, maybe I will try some still photos. Maybe I haven't decided. Anywho, I was looking at a planet earlier. Couldn't tell which one it was, but my guess is Venus, sort of opposite the moon and rising. I see a star about a little more than a hand span away, off to the left and higher than that brightish planet. I'm quite sure it's a planet. I don't think it's a star. I'm seeing other little stars. Maybe I should do some wide angle photography. Oh, there's the moon going into the clouds again. There's a bank of cloud, so I suspect it's going to get caught up in the cloud. But I am testing a 3x teleconverter I bought the day before yesterday, and I have to say I'm quite happy with the results I'm getting. It's really sharper than I was expecting it to be, put it that way, and I wasn't really expecting it to be sharp at all. I was expecting quite a bit of softness based on previous experience with 3x teleconverters, from the 1970s and 1980s. They really weren't very good at all. But this one's, I can't really fault it. It really seems to be quite good. I don't expect it to be absolutely tack sharp, but it's a decent level of sharpness, and considering I only spent $40 buying it used on Friday, I'd say it's worth every penny of $40. It's a Kenko Teleplus 300 3x teleconverter for Nikon mount. Oh, there's the moon getting swallowed up by the clouds. Okay, what I'll do is I'll adjust my exposure so we can see the cloud better. Yeah, so there goes the moon. We're at 10,000 ISO now, so it's going to be very noisy. But now at least we see the clouds. The moon occasionally poking above. But yeah, it's gone back into that bank of clouds that I was talking about. I don't see any break in the cloud below, not directly below. If I look off to my right, I can see light between the bottom of the clouds and the horizon, and if the clouds move to the left, to the east, as they appear to be doing, it is possible that the moon will become visible again below the clouds. in a matter of some minutes, but it looks like it's going to be, I'm going to raise this up a bit. All we're seeing is clouds now anyway. So there's the clouds. Should I raise the ISO a bit? Okay, so that's 1280 ISO. I'm seeing flickering. I'm not sure how, if it's just the viewing screen or if it's actually showing up in the video, but I'm sort of seeing this flickering in the exposure. 25th of a second. F8, I believe, on the lens. I could open the lens up. Let's try that. Okay, so there. Okay, so yeah, so this isn't adjusted correctly. So it says 4.5, but in real terms it's 5.6. That's the maximum opening on the lens I'm using. So I open it up all the way, and we're just looking at the cloud now that's lit by moonlight. I'm looking, I'm trying to figure this out. It looks like it's almost like rays. I really should perhaps take some less telephoto shots. Anyhow, we're just pissing around, testing the teleconverter, testing the camera's capabilities. It's a Nikon D810 DSLR in video mode, does full HD video. And it appears that its highest ISO is 1280. Although it does have a high setting, so I think I can even go a stop higher, but it's going to be grainy as, you know, what euphemism do I want to use? But let's do that. We're just pissing around testing this thing out. So let's adjust. That's HO.3. That's HO.7. This is H1. So one stop above 1280. Do the math on that. 2500 and something. Let's keep going if we can. Oh, it just goes all the way to H2, though, so there's no incremental. But what I'm seeing on the screen here is very noisy on the screen. I'm seeing sort of greenish, reddish stuff. Oh, it looks like the moon might be becoming visible again. I think it will become visible soon because I'm seeing some brightish cloud off to the right moving to the left, which so I think the moon will become visible again shortly. So we're just messing around here. Like, this looks awful on the screen. I can only hope it looks a bit better on the actual video, but I don't expect it to be terribly interesting on the video. This camera, it's not intended for high ISO. It's not really even intended for high quality video, really. It's not a video centric camera. It's mainly a stills camera with a reasonable full HD video capability. If I wanted to do this with a cleaner image, I'd be better off with a Sony A7S series camera, which I don't have. So let's see if we can find the moon. I think a little off to the right. Okay. We'll come down a bit. See the moon. I think that's the moon there. So, what to do? I think I will go back to H1, and so yeah, a lot less noisy. And yeah, so now that is the cloud. I thought it was the moon. Yeah, the moon appears to be lower and a bit to the right. So let's come there. And let's go down a little. There we go. We found the moon again. So, all right. So, moon's slightly left of center here. We'll let this run a bit. Debating what to do in terms of the exposure. I'm at H1 right now. Could probably bring it down a bit, but anyway, it's a lot. It's noisy, but not as noisy as it was. And again, we're just testing the teleconverter, and we're testing, coincidentally, the high ISO performance of this camera. But yeah, I'm liking what I'm seeing. It would be nice if it wasn't quite so noisy. Let's adjust a bit. We'll move off to the left. I don't have a tracking mount on this tripod. A tracking mount would probably be... Oh, some birds just flew across there. Oh, now we can hear a bird singing. So yeah, we're just going to let the moon track down. I think I will keep... so I went to... we're now at 8,000 ISO, and the moon's still quite washed out. But I'm trying to... I want to see if I go for the moon, expose for the moon like this. This is 800. Nice exposure to the moon, but now you can't really see any detail in the clouds. What to do? I guess for now we'll stick with having a nice image of the moon. And it's moving. Yeah, we should be able to see the moon for a few more minutes. But yeah, I was told, according to the internet, that it was setting at 3:50 in the morning. And it's got to be past 4, and it's still 3 fingers above the horizon with the extended arm. So it's still, I'd say 15-20 minutes away, or even more, from setting. So I don't know what's going on with these online moon set times, but the one I saw was clearly far from accurate. And I unfortunately don't have my cell phone with me to double check everything. I stepped out without the cell phone, which was a mistake. I knew I didn't have it on me as I'm stepping out the door, and I debated going back in and getting it, and decided not to, but it might have not been the best decision. Okay, so we're going to track down again. Let's continue this video. Basically, you know, I'm just letting the video run. I can take snippets, you know, out of it at some point. So, not sure what's going to happen here. I think I see some cloud. The moon may be moving into lower right there, and there seems to be a cloud approaching. And that will cover the bottom of the moon. Yeah, we're seeing the bottom of the moon moving into cloud here. Yeah, so we're just going to track this moon set. And it looks like we'll be tracking it for at least another 15 or 20 minutes. So a few more video clips of this. The sky seems to be brightening. It's still quite dark. It's basically black, but I think I'm starting to see a little tiny bit of blue in the sky. Yeah, what to do. I think as the moon gets more fully covered by the clouds, I will readjust the exposure for the clouds, so we'll see the cloud detail more. But I don't want a washed out moon at the moment. It'd be nice if the camera had the dynamic range necessary to have everything looking like what the human eye sees, but we're not there yet technology-wise, at least not in terms of this camera. What to do? I think I want to keep things as stable as possible, so for now we're just going to not touch anything. We'll let the moon continue down through the frame here. I got 4 minutes of recording time left on this clip. So I will make an adjustment, but not immediately. Okay, so now the bottom of the moon's becoming visible near the bottom of the frame. So I think we will do an adjustment soon. We can see the cloud moving off. Oh, a bird flew through. Relatively close because it was quite out of focus. Don't know what kind of bird it was. I think a fairly small bird. Yeah. What to do here? I'm actually seeing some tree branches, like as I move to my right. I think I'm going to have to readjust everything. I think I'm going to have to readjust the camera position before doing another clip. 3 minutes left, so I think we're going to let this run out, more or less. And I will move a bit to my left to get away from the tree branches, which will encroach soon if I keep panning to the right. Yeah. Clouds coming along more. Moon's getting down to the lower right of the frame. 2 minutes and 19 seconds. Nope, I'm just going to let it run. Just going to let it run for a bit longer anyway. Yeah, okay, so I think we'll end it now.